Oh, you probably want to hear it with the plugins. Without. See that? Look, we're peaking at minus 3.9, and it sounds not that fat. Fatness achieved, peaking at minus 8. So that's a combination of compression, saturation, and limiting all working together subtly to bring that peak level down, but bring the general volume up. I always like to have my drum bus at minus 8, because then I can kind of do the maths and I know that, like, okay, bass can be at minus 10, vocals can be around minus 8 as well, pads and synths can be like minus 10. And then I know when all that adds up, I'm going to be going into the master output at like minus 6, minus 4 or minus 6, which is pretty good headroom going into your compressor and whatever stuff you've got on your master output. I don't think it's limiting very hard. Yeah, we're taking off like literally just when the kick and the clap hit together. I don't like to limit the drums hard at all. Putting everything through a limiter can just destroy it. Limiters make distortion. They can be nice distortion, but I personally prefer the distortion you get from a compressor, like a nice old one like that. I got two types of saturation on here, tape and tube. That's for me where you really gain back a lot of volume and take the peaks down, because saturation is literally cutting off the heads of your transients and making them square. And whatever shape it chooses to make that square is the character of your distortion. That's the best way I can describe it with words. If I crank it right up, then you're really going to see what it's doing. Stupid. Now we sound like we're in a techno rave, which is great, but that's not what I wanted with this tune. I want it just trimming off those transients, keeping it clean, so my limiter doesn't have to do too much hard work. The sound characteristics between having all the plugins bypassed and having them on should be, like for me, pretty minimal. I just want to hear a bit of a soft squelch in those hi-hats with the kick drum. And other than that, I want my levels to be like where they were. If you're compressing the hell out of it, your hi-hats and shakers and tambourines are just going to be way louder, and your claps and bass drums are going to be really quiet. You're just like taking so much transient out that you're going to get a load of reverb and shakers back. I don't want that, you know. This compressor is doing very little. Maybe minus 4 dB, and I've got it on about, look, the wet and dry is on like 30%. It's barely doing anything, but it all adds up. Do you see that clap? Like, you hear the kick drum and the clap, like the kick is distorting the reverb and the hi-hats on the clap in just a really nice way. You know, it sounds like we're going through a desk, we're hitting the red a bit, like it's getting a bit raw, and that is what I wanted from this tune. Like, this tune is raw. It's drums, it's some bass, and it's some beeps. That's the music. This is more distortion than I would usually use on drums, like for a normal song, like for a pop song or whatever, with a nice soft vocal up front. There's no way I would smash it this hard, but for me, this tune needed it. Yeah. Guy, for a 2-layer kick, how do you deal with phasing? I really don't deal with phasing. I just leave it and hope it's not. I hope it's in phase. It usually is. One is doing ooh, ooh, and the other one is an acoustic sort of top end of a kick. So they're not even the same sample. And I roll off all the lows of the acoustic kick and then keep just the lows of the low kick. So they're not really occupying the same space. There might be phasing issues, but like, I don't know. I just listen. I must say, I've been getting recognized so much from doing this Twitch thing now. So I'm really glad that it's all helping, and you guys are getting some good shit out of this and hopefully make some bangers. Thank you. Lots of love.